Hmm. Hmm.
Emma, every time somebody buys something new, all you know how to say is,
I'm just observing.
no, Emma, you're not observing, you're simply jealous.
Jealous? Me? God forbid. I'm only asking questions.
One day, you'll forget your own life.
Nothing will happen.
My people, come closer. Today's gist is not about somebody becoming a millionaire overnight. No. Today's gist is about one man that believed monitoring other people's success was a full-time job. If you've ever lived in a compound, you probably know someone like this. That neighbor that knows everybody's business before they even know it themselves. If you know somebody like that, don't mention names though. Just type, "I know one" in the comments. Today, let me tell you about Brother Emma. Now, don't misunderstand me. Brother Emma wasn't a bad man. He greeted everybody, he attended church, he helped arrange chairs during meetings, he even liked praying loud. But Brother Emma had one small problem. Actually, one big problem. He simply could not stand seeing other people succeed. If your life was moving forward, Brother Emma would suddenly lose his appetite. He lived in a small compound with several families. Everybody knew everybody. Children played football outside every evening. Women sat outside, discussing life. Men returned from work, greeting one another. It was a peaceful compound. Then there was Brother Emma. Every morning before brushing his teeth properly, the first thing he did was stand outside his veranda, not to enjoy fresh air, not to pray, but to check who came home late, who bought new curtains, whose visitor is this. My people, some people don't need CCTV. They are the CCTV. One morning, his wife, Mama Grace, came outside carrying tea. She looked at him. "Emma, what exactly are you looking at every morning?" Brother Emma didn't even turn around. "I'm just observing." Mama Grace laughed. "Observing what?" "Our neighbors." She shook her head. "You have not even observed your own reeking roof." Brother Emma ignored her. One Saturday morning, their neighbor David drove into the compound with a fairly used Toyota Corolla. Nothing too expensive, just a simple family car. The children started clapping. "Uncle David bought a car!" Everyone congratulated him. Brother Emma smiled. "Congratulations, oh." But immediately David entered his house, Brother Emma folded his arms. Mama Grace already knew that Whenever Brother Emma said problem had started. He walked around the car 3 times, touching the bonnet, looking inside, checking the tires. Finally, he said, "This salary cannot buy this kind of car." Mama Grace rolled her eyes. "Emma, did David use your salary?" "No." "So why are you calculating another man's income?" Brother Emma adjusted his glasses. "I'm just saying." Mama Grace laughed. "You are always just saying." 2 weeks later, David painted his apartment. Fresh cream color, beautiful brown windows. The whole compound looked brighter. Children admired the house. Brother Emma stood outside again. Mama Grace looked up from cutting vegetables. Another This paint is expensive. So, where did he get money? Mama Grace burst into laughter. "Emma, what? If they tell you where they got the money, will they also tell you how to spend it?" Even the woman selling akara outside laughed. Brother Emma scratched his head. "I'm only asking." From that day, whenever anyone bought anything new, Brother Emma became a detective. Someone bought a new fridge. Someone changed their door. Someone traveled. Someone's child gained admission. Someone bought a generator. One evening, The children in the compound even started copying him. Every time someone passed by, they would fold their arms and say, One little boy shouted, I'm Brother Ima. The whole compound burst into laughter. Brother Ima wasn't amused. My people, some people can laugh at everybody until everybody starts laughing at them. One afternoon, a woman named Esther started selling puff-puff at the front of the compound. Small business, nothing serious. Within a few months, business improved. Customers kept coming. One day, Esther bought a brand new umbrella for her business, bright red, very beautiful. Brother Emma walked slowly. Esther smiled. Good afternoon, Brother Emma. He smiled back. Congratulations. Thank you. Then he added,
But don't grow too fast, though. Esther looked confused. What do you mean? He laughed awkwardly. I'm joking. But he wasn't. That evening, Brother Emma was discussing with another neighbor. You know, sometimes people that grow too fast. He lowered his voice. We don't really know what they are doing. The neighbor looked at him. Emma? Did you see her doing anything wrong? No. So why are you talking? Brother Emma laughed. I'm just saying, That I'm just saying had become his favorite sentence. Anytime gossip wanted to leave his mouth, I'm just saying. Anytime jealousy wanted to speak, I'm just saying. Mama Grace had heard enough. That night, she looked at her husband and said, Emma, do you know your biggest problem? He looked surprised. What? You spend more time watching other people's lives than building your own. Brother Emma laughed. You women worry too much. Mama Grace smiled. I pray one day life teaches you what I cannot. Brother Emma waved his hand. Nothing will happen. But sometimes life has a funny way of teaching lessons that words cannot. A few weeks passed. Brother Emma was still doing what he knew best, monitoring. If somebody sneezed in the compound, Brother Emma knew. If somebody bought a new gas cylinder, Brother Emma knew. If somebody received visitors, Brother Emma was already standing outside before they knocked on the gate. One afternoon, Mama Grace came back from the market carrying 2 bags of tomatoes. As she entered the compound, Brother Emma quickly collected the bags. Where are you coming from? She looked at him and laughed. The market? I know the market. I'm talking about where you passed. My friend, carry this bag before my hand breaks. As they entered the house, she looked around. The sitting room curtain has faded. The ceiling fan is making noise. Our fridge is almost spoilt. Our son needs new school shoes. Brother Emma nodded. Mama Grace folded her arms. No, not I'm talking to you. Brother Emma scratched his head. We'll do it. When? Soon. Mama Grace smiled. You always have time to inspect other people's lives, but your own house is begging for inspection. Even their teenage son Daniel laughed. Daddy, Mommy has caught you again. Brother Emma laughed too. You people have joined hands against me. That evening, David came home with his wife carrying a brand new washing machine. The delivery men carefully carried it inside. Immediately, Brother Emma appeared. Nobody even knew where he came from. He walked slowly around the machine. David smiled. Brother Emma, good evening. Good evening. This washing machine is fine. Thank you. Brother Emma adjusted his glasses. It uses plenty electricity. David laughed politely. I'll manage. Brother Emma wasn't done. You know, sometimes too much comfort can make people lazy. David smiled politely. Maybe. As David entered his apartment, Mama Grace whispered, Emma, If talking was work, by now we'd own 3 houses. The next morning, Brother Emma sat outside as usual. A young man called Chike walked past wearing a neat suit. "Good morning, Brother Emma." "Good morning." "Going for an interview?" "Yes." Brother Emma nodded. What? "I heard the company already has somebody they want to employ." Chike's smile disappeared. "Really?" "I'm just saying." Chike walked away looking discouraged. 3 days later, Chike got the job. The whole compound congratulated him. Brother Emma smiled. "Congratulations." Then he quietly said, maybe they know somebody inside. One evening, Mama Grace became serious. She sat beside her husband. "Emma, I want to ask you one question." "Go ahead." "When was the last time you celebrated somebody without adding, Brother Emma laughed. "I celebrate people." "No, you investigate people." Even Brother Emma laughed. "You women exaggerate." Mama Grace looked at him. "I'm serious. You complain when people succeed. You complain when they buy something. You complain when they travel. You complain when they build. Have you noticed that you are never happy for anybody?" Brother Emma kept quiet. For the first time, he didn't know what to say. But only for a few seconds. Then he smiled. "I'm just being careful." Mama Grace shook her head. "No, Emma, you're just being jealous." The room became quiet. Brother Emma stood up. "I'm going outside." Mama Grace smiled. "To monitor people?" Daniel laughed so hard he almost fell off the chair. "Daddy's office has started." Even Brother Emma couldn't help laughing. "My own family has turned me into a joke." Days passed. Business in Brother Emma's small electrical shop became slower. Customers no longer came as often. His shelves were becoming empty. Bills started piling up. But instead of thinking about ways to improve his business, he was busy discussing who had bought a new television, who had changed their roof, who had traveled for Christmas. One afternoon, an old customer walked into his shop. "Brother Emma, welcome. I came to buy extension cables. I'm sorry, I've run out. When are you getting new ones?" Brother Emma scratched his head. "Very soon." The customer nodded. "I'll buy from the next shop." As the customer walked away, Brother Emma watched quietly. For the first time, his smile disappeared. He looked around his shop. The shelves were half empty. The paint was peeling. The fan wasn't working. He sat down quietly. Outside, he could hear children playing. He could hear neighbors laughing. He could hear life moving on. But inside his shop, everything was standing still. He sighed deeply. Without realizing it, he whispered to himself, "When did my own life stop moving?" He didn't know it yet, but the answer was much closer than he imagined. A few days later, something happened that made Brother Emma think. One Saturday morning, he stood outside his veranda as usual, hands folded, one leg crossed over the other, looking left, looking right, monitoring. Just then, Papa Ade, one of the oldest men in the compound, walked past carrying a small watering can. He smiled. "Good morning, Emma." "Good morning, Papa." Papa Ade watered the flowers in front of his house before sitting down. He noticed Brother Emma was staring at David's house again. He laughed. "Emma?" "Yes, Papa." "Have you finished counting David's blessings this morning?" Brother Emma laughed awkwardly. "No, Papa, I'm only looking." Papa Ade smiled. "My son, if looking paid salary, you would be the richest man in Lagos." Even the children playing football burst into laughter. Brother Emma smiled. "Papa, you are making fun of me." Papa Ade shook his head. "No, I'm trying to help you." Brother Emma became quiet. Papa Ade pointed towards David's house. "Do you know why David is progressing?" Brother Emma answered quickly. "Maybe somebody is helping him." Papa Ade smiled. "No, because while you are standing here watching him, he is inside working." Those words landed differently. For a few seconds, Brother Emma had no reply. Just then, his phone rang. It was one of his customers. "Brother Emma, are you in your shop?" Emma quickly replied, Yes, I'm coming." He rushed to his shop. When he got there, the customer had gone. The young man selling electronics beside him laughed. "Oga Emma," the customer waited for almost 30 minutes. Brother Emma sighed. "I was just outside small." The young man smiled. "Oga, business no dey wait for anybody o." Brother Emma forced a smile. That statement stayed in his mind all day. That evening, Mama Grace was preparing dinner. She noticed her husband unusually quiet. "You've not said, today." Emma smiled. "I'm thinking." She laughed. "I hope you are thinking about our own life this time." Even Daniel joined in. "Daddy, today nobody bought a car?" Brother Iwa threw a small pillow at him. "You this boy." Everybody laughed. Even Brother Emma couldn't help laughing. My own family has turned me into a joke. The following week, another opportunity came. A company nearby needed someone to supply electrical materials. The contract wasn't huge, but it was enough to help Brother Emma's business grow. His friend called him. "Emma?" "Yes?" "I've told them about your shop. They will come tomorrow morning by 9 a.m. Brother Emma became excited. "Thank you." The next morning, he opened his shop early. Everything was arranged neatly. For once, he focused on his own business. Around 8:30 a.m., he stepped outside, just to stretch. Suddenly, a moving truck entered the compound.
David's family had bought new furniture. Brother Emma looked. He took one step closer, then another, then another. Before he knew it, he was helping the delivery men carry sofas, asking questions, touching the dining table, checking the television carton. "Is this TV 75 inches? How much did it cost? Where did you buy it?" 1 hour passed, then another. Suddenly his phone rang. His friend shouted, "Emma, where are you?" Brother Emma froze. "My shop. They came looking for you. You weren't there. They've given the contract to another supplier." Silence. Brother Emma slowly lowered the phone. He stood there looking at David's new sofa, then looked toward his own shop. For the first time, he realized something painful. Nobody collected that contract from him. He lost it himself. Papa Ade happened to be passing by. He looked at Emma. "My son." Brother Emma lowered his head. "I know, Papa." Papa Ade smiled gently. "You cannot build your own house while spending all your time measuring another person's fence." Brother Emma couldn't even laugh. This time, the lesson had entered. That evening, he sat quietly outside his house. No monitoring, no gossip, just silence. Mama Grace came outside with 2 cups of tea. She handed him one. "So?" Brother Emma smiled. "So? I think I finally understand what you've been telling me." Mama Grace smiled. "What happened?" Brother Emma shook his head. "I've been too busy watching other people succeed that I forgot to work on my own success." Mama Grace gently patted his shoulder. "My husband, it's never too late to change." Brother Emma looked up at the sky and smiled. "For the first time in years, I think tomorrow I'll mind my own business." Mama Grace laughed loudly. "I'll believe it when I see it." From that day on, Brother Emma made up his mind. He was going to change. The next morning, Mama Grace woke up before him. She peeped through the window. She expected to see her husband standing outside.
hands folded, eyes moving from one house to another. But surprisingly, Brother Emma was inside the house. He was sweeping the sitting room. Mama Grace rubbed her eyes. "Emma?" He smiled. "Good morning." She looked around. "You are not outside?" "No." "You didn't check who came home late?" "No." "You didn't inspect anybody's visitor?" Brother Emma laughed. "No." Mama Grace shouted, "Daniel, wake up!" Daniel ran out. "What happened?" "Come and see your father." Daniel looked at Brother Emma. "Daddy, are you sick?" The whole house burst into laughter. Brother Emma shook his head. "No, I'm just tired of living other people's lives." That morning, instead of standing outside, he went straight to his shop. He dusted the shelves, rearranged his goods, called old customers, even posted his product on WhatsApp. Little by little, customers started returning. One afternoon, David walked into the shop. "Brother Emma." "Ah, David, you are welcome. I came to buy electrical cables." Brother Emma smiled. "I have them." As he packed the items, he noticed David was carrying the keys to a brand new SUV. For 1 second, the old Brother Emma wanted to ask, how much is the car? He opened his mouth, then quickly closed it. Instead, he smiled. "Congratulations, David." David smiled. "Thank you. I'm happy for you." David looked surprised. "Thank you very much." After David left, Brother Emma laughed at himself. That nearly escaped. A few days later, Esther, the woman selling puff-puff, expanded her business. She rented a small shop. The whole compound gathered to celebrate. Brother Emma arrived carrying a small gift. Mama Grace looked suspiciously. "You actually bought a gift?" "Yes." "You didn't come to investigate?" Brother Emma laughed. "No, I'm learning." Esther smiled happily. "Thank you, Brother Emma." He nodded. "Your hard work deserves it." Papa Ade, who was sitting nearby, smiled proudly. "My son." Brother Emma looked at him. "You finally understand." Brother Emma nodded. "I wasted too much time counting other people's blessings." Papa Ade smiled. "And what have you learned?" Brother Emma looked around the compound. He saw children laughing, neighbors greeting one another, people minding their businesses. And then he smiled. "I've learned that another person's light doesn't make mine shine less." Papa Ade clapped softly. "Very good." Weeks turned to months. Brother Emma's shop slowly improved. He wasn't the richest man. He didn't become a millionaire overnight. But something much better happened. He found peace. Now, whenever someone bought a new car, he clapped. When someone built a house, he congratulated them. When someone got promoted, he smiled sincerely. One evening, the children were playing football again. One little boy shouted, "Brother Emma!" Emma answered, "Yes?" "We bought a new football." Everybody laughed. Brother Emma smiled. Instead of saying, he reached into his pocket. He brought out some money. "Go and buy another one. This one will soon spoil." The children screamed with excitement. Daniel laughed. "My daddy has finally graduated." Even Mama Grace couldn't stop laughing. She whispered, "Thank you, God." Before I end today's gist, let me ask you something. Have you ever met someone like Brother Emma? Or, if we're being honest, have you ever behaved a little like him? Sometimes, jealousy doesn't shout. Sometimes it quietly enters our hearts when we compare ourselves to others. Remember this: when your neighbor succeeds, don't ask, why them? Instead, ask, what can I learn from them? Because another person's success is not your own failure. There is enough room for everyone to grow. And never forget, the flowers in a garden don't compete with each other. They simply bloom when it's their time. This is African Stories by Mo. If this story made you smile or taught you something, let me know in the comments. Have you ever met someone like Brother Emma? Or, if we're being honest, have you ever behaved a little like him? I'd really love to read your thoughts. If you enjoyed today's story, please like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. And don't leave just yet. Another interesting African story is already waiting for you on your screen. Until next time, take care and bye.